Hello everyone, my name is Gatty and today we're gonna take a look at The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and patch 1.2 crap. Alright, off to a great start. A lot of stuff has changed with this new patch, and I wanted to give a rundown because I'm gonna start Blood and Wine. If I haven't already put up the first video, then it's gonna go up. And if I have, then, you know, whatever. So, they've changed a lot of the UI and functionality and put in some new features, which I think are great. So we're just going to go over some of the most important, at least to me. And, of course, if you see my active quest, you will know what's most important to me right now is Gwent. And they added something that makes me fall in love with CD Projekt Red all over again, is if you go to this shop in Novigrad, I'll put it on the map because it can be a bit weird to find. If you fast travel to St. Gregory's Bridge and then just go to this merchant next to the barber shop, you will be at it. And talk to this man. And right here, you will see a miraculous guide to Gwent. You can also get this book from the Scholar at the start of the game. It's the first Gwent match that you will ever play. You have the option of playing, of course. And this essentially lets you figure out and track which card you're missing. So it makes the Collector Mall quest so much easier. So we're going to go ahead and buy that.
Farewell.
Thanks. Something updated, but I'm not sure what. I haven't tested like a lot of these things out. I'm just doing it off heart so I can react to it. But I know what's different. So we're going to go ahead and look at this. Also, you can see that the items of the UI has changed. I'll go over that in a second. The tome you hold in your hands, commissioned by the most gracious Duke de Berry, shall make use of magic most arcane to display which Gwent cards are currently missing from your collection. You need but open it and repeat in your mind, how about a round of Gwent? And the following shall appear. Velen 3, Novigrad 4, the Skellig Isles 8. Number of new cards which can still be won from players of no particular renown or skill, 1. I don't know what that means. But anyway, this lets you track and help track down the cards that you're missing. So, yeah, it's very good. And while we're in this menu, you will see that they've redone the inventory system. It makes it a lot more easy to read. Here are your weapons, here is your armor, here is Roach's gear, here is your equipable items, your consumables, sorry, and here are your equipment and your vitality and toxicity. It's just so much easier to read now that it's all categorized. And everything in the inventory now is categorized. So in weapons and armor, you got weapons all here in the gems, and armor all here. In here, you got oils, potions, bombs. Here you got food and drink, and you got your roach gear. Right here, you got quest items and all your other superfluous crap. And right here, you've got, oh, the frames drop because I have a lot of stuff and it takes a little bit to render. I have all my crafting gear here and all my alchemy gear here. Now, you might be wondering, if you've noticed, the books menu is missing. Well, that's because, if I can find it, they've dedicated a new tab to books, where you can just like go through every book and it's just right there, you don't need to open it up. You can just do all this crap and just do what the balls ever. And speaking of books, they've added a new functionality. When you find a book in the wild, oh no, there's a book right here, and I totally didn't set this up. When you take a book, it'll give you the option to read it by pressing V. And then it'll come up with these books and a list of your previously picked up books so you can read them if you've missed them. And it just makes it so much easier thing, because I always got annoyed when I had to pick up a book, go into my inventory, go into the books tab, and then open up the book, and then close it all down, and then go back into the game world. Now, it's just press a button, you're in it, press another button, you're out. It just makes it so much easier, and I love it. Also, I can show you right here, they've redone the quick selection menu, and they've just made it a lot more cooler, and stuff like that. And what you can do now is you can just use your mouse wheel to scroll between your equipment, like that. You selected equipment, and what I really like is you can select which bolts you want to use, so you don't need to go into your inventory, select the bolt. You can just do it from the quick selection menu by using your scroll wheel. And it just makes things so much easier and so much quicker. And also, if you've noticed, time has stopped. It used to slow down, it has now stopped. Apparently, you can hit a button that'll pull it up again, and it will be it'll be slowed down time mode. I don't know what button that is. I looked through the key bindings and I couldn't find it. I can only find tab, and that's what you use to freeze time. So, whatever. Doesn't bother me much. I'll try to look in for it, and if I find out while I'm editing, I will just stick it on the screen right now to let you guys know. They've basically redone all of the menus, so all the alchemy and crafting menus are like much more easy to read. Like what you want to craft, all the ingredients right underneath it, no flashy stuff. Not that the flashy stuff was bad, but it just makes it a lot cleaner. Crafting menu, same deal. You can't craft because Geralt doesn't know how to blacksmith. Characters, same deal. Tutorial, bestiary. All got a nice little cleanup, and I like it a lot. Meditation as well. Got this nice wheel. And the character screen. I haven't actually looked into the character screen. Let's take a look. Yeah, basically the same thing. Shows all your bonuses. Quests are also a bit done up, where they will have a little sigil behind them so you'll know what sort of quest you're doing and in what region. If it's multiple regions, it will be a Golden Sun. If it's in Novigrad or Velen, it will be the Lotuses. If it's in Skellig, it'll be a Longship, and if it's in Kaer Morhen, it'll be the Witch's Medallion. And if it's in White Orchard, it'll be a White Orchard. If it's in Vizima, you get the idea. It just makes it a little bit easy to know where you're going. And the world map. The world map has changed as well. You see in the bottom right, there is a full mini map, sort of the entire world. And it just makes it a bit easier to navigate and see where you're going. You can click on it and it will just go like that. Makes it a lot easier to look around the map. And also something else that I like is they've added custom markers or custom waypoints. So you do this, you add a normal waypoint by just clicking the right button, and you get rid of it by clicking the right button again. But if you hold it, you bring up this little menu that bring up a red skull, a triangle, and an eye. So let's say there is a high-level cockatrice over here, and I'm not quite ready to face it. I can stick a little sticker right here, I know it's there, and I can come back to it later. Very cool, I like it. You can set as many markers as you want, and just helps you remember stuff and where cool stuff might be. And if you don't have room in your inventory for a shiny new sword, you can just stick a marker and be like, oh, I'll come back to it later after I've dumped all my crap at the blacksmith. So, very nice, I like it. Also, with the inventory screen, when you press C to bring up player stats, it will give you a lot more detail. So you can pick each individual section of your equipment and see what it does. So my silver sword does 25% damage, fast attack, critical hit chance, and my steel sword only has 15%. And it has all of these statistics, so you know exactly what what section of your equipment does exactly. So I find this a lot more easier and a lot more informative as to what my Geralt can do. And you can also rotate. Oh my god, I'm panning him. Oh, I didn't know I could pan. Features 2016, great for gaming. So you can just turn him around. Little sweet ass. But anyway, yeah. Good, I like it. Total playtime 180 hours and 56 minutes. It's more than that. I have 2 saves, so I'm kind of a Witcher pro. I don't mean to brag. And next on our little feature adventure, we're going to talk to our humble blacksmith. Okay, I've noticed there's a bit of a delay in interactions. Is that a thing? See the Projekt Red? Huh? Alright, let's take a look.
Show me what you have in stock.
Alright, so here's the new shop menu. It's essentially the same, except it's, again, categorized, a lot easier to read. All the things here, all your things here. Pretty standard, not much change, just the look of it, but it's still good. But now we get onto the crafting, which is something that I'm very appreciative of. So, when you're crafting, if you didn't have a component, you had to either go create it yourself, or dismantle stuff, so you had the parts, or just go out and find it or whatever. you have to like switch menus. It might have been a bit of a hassle, bit of a time waster. But now, let's say I want to buy, or I want to make these condottierias boots. Of course, that's how you say it. And I'm just like, oh shit, I don't have a dark steel iron ingot. Holy poops. But, because this new functionality lets you just buy straight from this menu. So I just hit right click, I just bought from the merchant the equipment I need, and I can hit E, boom, done. I've created and I didn't even have to leave the menu, which is awesome. I love it. Thank you so much. It's gonna save so much time. Repair. They've added a functionality where you can hit space and it will repair your equipped items. So before, when you hit repair all, it will repair everything on your person and in your bag. So now you can just hit space and it will repair everything that you're wearing so you don't waste more money. So we're gonna do that. Cool. Dismantle is pretty much the same. It shows you what you're gonna get, or what you are dismantling. So, oh no, wait, this is the remove upgrade, so shut up. And here is the dismantle. It shows you exactly what you're gonna get when you remove everything. So, what the shit? What the shit? I didn't even... Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to dismantle... What? Oh. Oh my, this is from Hearts of Stone. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dismantle that. Give me that shit, yo. Well, you heard it here first. Okay, great.
So long.
Thank you very much, good sir. Now we're gonna get into the options menu, because there is something that I very much like. So, there's something they've added is a manual sword drawing and sheathing. Before this, Geralt would automatically pull out his sword, or hopefully he would, when you got into combat. Now you can do that manually. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but I guess maybe some people want to do that. Maybe some people like fighting with their fists, even though you get stunned. Something else here is the enemy upscaling. Basically what this means is that every enemy in the world is going to upscale to your level if things are a bit too easy. If you are running around Velen and there are like some level 18 bandits and you're like level 60, it'll upscale them to level 60 with you, so it'll always be a challenge. Which is very good if you like a challenge. I might turn that on when I do Blood and Wine, I'm not sure. But, yeah. Also, there's a Gwent difficulty level. I didn't know if that was in it before, but if it wasn't, cool beans. So there you go. I like that a lot. Alrighty, so here is another feature. Oh god, I'm gonna have to try and explain this while I'm getting attacked. You see underneath where the buffs would be, like where I've got my Thunderbolt on, you'll see that I've got my Necrophage oil, and it shows how many charges now. So before it didn't show any charges, you just have to sort of guess and hope. But now, every time you hit it, it'll drop one, and you'll know exactly when your oil runs out. Which is lovely. Just gonna get into some combat a little bit. They've also changed some of the UI, like the adrenaline bar is a lot easier to read, because this now it's just bars. Uh-oh. Alright, cool. Great! So now you know that. Alrighty, I think that is about it. I think I've covered mostly everything that I wanted to cover in this. There might be one thing I haven't. Hold up. Ah, okay. So when you go up to a herb now, it'll have the herb's name over the top of it. So I always got confused between Hanfiber and Ariania, I think it's called. So yeah, now you know as soon as you walk up to it exactly what that herb is. But I think that's about all that I wanted to cover now. There are so many different other things, like little changes that just make the game a lot better. Like, icons have changed, and, like, decoctions make them easier to know, it's easier to know which one's which. The Gwent icon, so you know which card you're buying. I love Gwent. And just it makes the thing a lot more smoother, a lot more cleaner, a lot more easier to read and informative. And just an all-around better experience. It is clear that CD Projekt Red has been listening to the feedback they have gotten, and they've implemented it in the game, and I'm so thankful for it. And, yeah, I am so ready for Blood and Wine. It's coming out like tomorrow in the time of this recording. And I am just so... I'm just freaking jazzed. I'm gonna play through it all like I did Hearts of Stone. It's supposed to be like 30 hours long, so we're in for a ride. I really hope you guys join me for it. It's gonna be a blast. And if you don't, well, you're a big poopy butt. But anyway, that's it. Really loving these changes. Can't wait to put them to use into song. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of whatever the hell it is you are witchering. The Wild Hunting 3, That was totally in order. Bye-bye!